We're live.
Wonderful. Happy Friday,
It's
everyone.
the weekend. We can
Weekend
party.
here. Weekend here. Nothing will probably change from today and tomorrow, but it's the weekend. If you're working from home, maybe you're not working on the weekends. I guess it doesn't really matter. Never mind.
I am.
Anyway, I'm Pearl, and I am from Florida in the United States. And
Did you
David
need
and
to think about that then?
I was gonna introduce where I was from the school, and I was like, no way, I should introduce where I'm really from. But
Cool.
David and I are from the Milano Montenero School.
Yes, in the south of Milan, which is really nice. And I'm David. I'm from South London in England. So I have a British accent compared to Pearl's American accent.
A
So you
very
can hear
neutral accent.
two different pronunciations for today.
I think it's pretty neutral. I've been told I have a very neutral American accent.
Yeah, personally, I don't know a lot about American accent, but when I hear you speak, I don't think I could specifically place you in Florida or,
US. I like
yeah.
it. Anyway, so this is the last business lesson of the first week that we've done this. Our business focuses are every day at 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. So if you want to watch the future ones, that's what time they'll be on.
Cool. It's nice that they have that regular timetable.
So don't miss out. Today, well, they'll change every week because sometimes they'll be advanced, and today we are doing intermediate emails 1, which I think is very appropriate considering the situation that we are in.
Yes, I'm sure everyone is sending lots of emails at the moment.
So we're going to practice in this business activity first contact with a potential client, email introductions, and polite inquiries. So we're going to practice the first contact with a new client and how to do it nicely in English over an email.
1 second. Can we look at the pronunciation of that final word? Polite.
Inquiries?
Oh, you pronounce it differently to me. I say inquiry.
Knew it. Inquiry. Not, wait. Am I just saying it wrong? No, it's inquiry.
No, you're right. Americans say it like that before.
Okay, I was like,
but
I said it wrong.
we pronounce it. We pronounce similar to the verb inquire, and the noun is the same. And inquiry.
Well, we do say inquire. We say but we say inquiries. Huh. Well then, good to know. Didn't really. All right, getting your name out. Getting your name out. What do you use emailing for on a daily basis? Is email an adequate form of first contact in the following situations? Why or why not? Inquiring, right? Inquiring, yeah. Information about a business, trying to sell your product to a client, looking to buy a product, inquiring about a product you already own, and applying for a job. It was so funny, David, because you were wearing a sweater and then you went away. And then you came back with the shirt on, different shirt. It was like magic. Yeah, like I saw you in your gray sweater and then you went away and I was like, all right. And then you came back with a white shirt and I was like, oh, magic. No, all right. Anyway, to our students, what do you use emailing for on a daily basis? What do you use, David?
I can start on this while we want to in the chat. I use to contact clients and to organize meetings. At the moment, I organize a lot of meetings.
Yeah. I don't really use email on a daily basis, to be honest, in my current job or life. But in my previous job, I used email constantly every day, 8 hours a day. I would walk into my office and I would have about 40 emails every morning waiting for me. And it felt very important. Or if I was gone for a vacation, it was a lot more. But usually if I start an email, it's usually to inquire about something or to get information about something. But now it's mostly in Italian.
Cool.
Great.
Quite often as well, I use it to pass communications between colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
We often do that at the school. We always say that the connection is very close between teacher, director, and consultant, and it really is. We are constantly communicating through emails.
Mm-hmm. I think it's great because email provides you a chain of I can't think of the word right now. An email chain, so you can see everything, so nothing gets lost. Or
in English, British.
Dang it. Oh, David's frozen. All right. I can't remember. Sorry, David, you cut out. What did they call it in British English?
So that, because if you have a record of a conversation, start, finish, but it's a paper trail.
That's what it is. Couldn't remember. I couldn't remember the name. Yes, you use that in American English, but I couldn't remember it. It slipped my mind. Just paper trail, yes. And I think having an email chain is a great paper trail to look back in case you forgot something or things were said. All right. In the following situations, is email an adequate form of first contact in the following situations? Why am I not? Inquiring information about a business. I think it's very appropriate because I do it all the time and I hope it's appropriate. Because sometimes you don't know who to reach out to the first time. So I think an email is a very safe way to do it.
Yeah, definitely, because you can send an email to a business and it can be to a general email or one person, and they can quickly and easily pass on that message.
Yeah, and I think most businesses would prefer an email because sometimes they don't want to answer the phone, or they're too busy to answer the phone, or they don't want people coming to their place of work to interrupt them. So I think email is a very safe and preferred option. Yes. Next.
Yeah, definitely. I completely agree.
Next, trying to sell your product to a client. Trying to sell your product to a client.
Personally, I don't think that is an effective way to, or I don't think email is adequate for selling a product. In the first, if it's the first communication, then no, I don't think so. Later on, when you've created a relationship, you've built some rapport with the client or something, then yes. But first contact, I don't think so. Only because I don't think it's very effective.
I agree. I don't think it's appropriate to sell your product to a client over your email right in the beginning. But yes, after you introduce yourself and create a relationship, then yes, I think it is more appropriate.
Because it's very impersonal as a way to create that contact when you need a relationship.
Exactly. If we're looking to buy a product, I think it should be okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's funny how flipped situation changes completely.
Yeah, I think no one's going to turn down the opportunity to receive money. So I think it would be fine. I think it would be great. Let's see. Next, inquiring about a product you already own. Well, I think it's fine. If I have a product and it malfunctions or something, or it breaks, then I would reach out through email. I don't think there would be another option. Oh, David's gone, but we continue anyway. As I was saying, I think if you have a product and you own it already and there is a problem or a malfunction, I think inquiring through email is fine, because I think most companies would prefer, and they don't want to really talk to people about their product performing poorly. So I think email would be perfectly fine about that. And next, applying for a job. I think email is a great way to apply for a job, just because it's very modern, and I think most companies would prefer it. There are a lot of HR departments that are very busy, and most of them say they prefer email. I think it's a great way to introduce yourself, because you honestly don't know who you need to talk to sometimes or what their availability is. So an email is a great way to get that connection and the communication started. I think David has given up, which is fine. So we're just gonna do it on our own. So let's continue. So now we have a sample email. Dear Mr. Kinsley, my name is Kim Jones, and I'm writing on behalf of EasyTax.com, the online tax filing website. As Director of Marketing at EasyTax, I am looking to expand our visibility through advertising and think your latest banking app offers great potential for both of us. We want to appeal above all to those who already use online banking. For more information on EasyTax, I'm attaching our company presentation. I love to discuss a collaboration in further detail. Please let me know if you'd be free for a call next Monday, the 27th of April. In the meantime, any information you could send would be greatly appreciated. Looking forward to hearing from you. Regards, Kim Jones. I think this is a very nice email. It's a nice first contact email here. David is unable to join me, but I think he will join the chat. There he is. We see him. Great. So I just read this. And first off, in the text, there are expressions for introducing yourself or the company. So in the text, what are the phrases or sentences used to introduce yourself or the company? Or what did Kim Jones use to introduce herself? I think my name is Kim Jones is probably one of the easier ones that we can figure out here. Right? My name is Kim Jones. Yeah, that was an easy giveaway. We know that. Any more? There's two more, I believe. My name is for herself. Yes, my name is for herself. Yes. And then as Director of Marketing at EasyTax. Is that it? Okay, yes. Good. Good job, guys. We're doing it. Last one. I'm attaching our company presentation. Yes, I'm writing on behalf of that too. And I thought that, but they didn't underline it. Oh, wait. It is because it's for another thing. Dang it. So I'm looking to is a phrase we can use for explaining contact I'm looking to, or I think it should be I'm writing behalf. No, we want to appeal above all those who already use online banking. All right, I think I'm writing on behalf of Easy Tax. This is for introduction and to also explain the reason why you're doing it. I disagree with this text. I disagree with so much here. All right, expressions for polite contact. Okay. Expressions for polite contact. I'd love to discuss collaboration. Ha, got it. I'd love to discuss a collaboration in further detail. One more. Please let me know if you're free for a call on Monday, 27th. Can't believe I'm writing on behalf of Easy Tax is not included in this. Closing structures. Well, this is pretty easy. I agree with you. Thanks, David. I appreciate the support. Expressions in the text for closing. Well, usually closing is at the end. I think this is pretty easy. But in the meantime, okay. But I'm waiting for David's comment. But what does on behalf of mean? Well, David, I'm glad you asked. What a great question. What does on behalf of mean? On behalf of means representing. I represent, representing Easy Tax. To be on behalf of means to represent someone or something, or speaking for someone or something. So Kim Jones is representing Easy Tax and she's speaking for them. What a great question. On behalf. Right? Continuing. Closing structure. So we have in the meantime and looking forward to hearing from you, which is very similar as looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to your response. You don't need to see my pic all big like that, but it's such a nice picture. And I want the other student, there are none, to see you. Yeah, I might delete this video after. Anyway. All right. So writing an email. You are a project manager for Jamboree, a small event organizing company in Chicago. Write a brief email to the marketing director of Misty, a major soft drinks producer, asking if Misty is interested in creating any events to promote their soft drinks. You think that a bicycle race in Chicago is a great idea. All right, my one participant, David. Let's practice writing an email. So how can we start this email? We need to introduce ourselves and our company. We have our phrases. I am writing on behalf of is introducing yourself. I knew it. Anyway, as I was saying, so you are a project manager for a small events company, Jamboree, and you want to do work with Misty, the soft drink company, about a bicycle race in Chicago. So how can we start our email? Can I also? Yes, a closing structure. I'm gonna make your picture big. This is another really good closing structure. Can I also recommend, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yes, please do not hesitate to contact me is a great closing statement because you're inviting them to reach out to you, to message you back, to email you back, to not be scared. All right, let's see. So how can we say to, my name is David Pierce, and I'm writing on behalf of Jamboree. Yes, my name is David Pierce, and I'm writing on behalf of Jamboree. So good morning. I hope this email finds you well. It's another great way to start your email. I hope this email finds you well, or good morning. Good, and you are the project manager, so we could also say, as project manager of the Jamboree, a great name. You can also do that as a project manager for Jamboree. You can also say that, which is really great. If it's your first contact, maybe I won't say, as you may already know, because maybe they don't know who you are. So we'll skip that one. Good. Explaining. So we have the start of our email, and now we're going to explain why we have contacted the director of Misty, the marketing director of Misty. So what can we say? You can say we, meaning you and your company, Jamboree, or you can use I if you want to talk about yourself specifically. David says, this email is to propose some ideas that can boost your visibility in the market. Yes, what a great sentence to add to this email. This email is to propose some ideas that could boost your visibility in the market. Great. So we have the reason why. It's very clear as to why we're writing. To the point. Great. Next. Polite context. So we explained why we're writing, and now we want to persuade her or encourage her to write back to us. So we have, I'd love to discuss in further detail. Please let me know. Or I want to go with Monday sounds great, just in case. It sounds very assuming, very presumptuous that they're going to call you. It's very aggressive to say, Monday sounds great for you to call me back. I wouldn't write that for a first email contact because it just seems very aggressive. But the other two, I think, would be very nice. David says, I'd love to discuss a bike race in further detail. Yep, to promote your product, right? I usually like to write in an introduction email how impressed I am with the company that I'm trying to work with. Like, oh, I noticed that you are one of the most successful soft drink companies, etc. To make them feel really good and more willing to respond back to me. It's always nice to flatter your potential clients, I think. All right. And then so we have our introduction, we have the reason why we're writing, we have invited them, encouraged them to write back to us. If you, of course, here is where you would, if you have a specific time that works best for you, or you have a very strict schedule, then maybe I would mention a time. I think it can give you the opportunity to advertise your brand and get consumers a sense of community. Great. We should also give them a reason why they should contact you. And this is a great one. I see David's face. Because we're trying to persuade them. If you reach out to us, it'll help your company. So it's a good idea for you to contact us. Great. And then closing structure. In the meantime, or while I'm waiting, if you have any questions, looking forward to. David wrote, please let me know if you'd be free for a Zoom meeting. I'd like to meet face to face, but considering the current virus, in all caps, climate, this is not possible. Yeah, so we're inviting them to a Zoom meeting. And then, of course, your closing this is part of your closing. You can say, look forward to hearing from you, or please don't hesitate to contact me. What did you say, David? Please don't hesitate to contact me. And then have your information. Your email signature, hopefully if you have an email signature, should have all of your information there. Monday and Wednesday mornings are best for me. My contact details are perfect. Good job, David. It sounds like you've done this before. So what a great example. Alrighty then. Case study, Alpha Microsystems, London. Alpha makes cutting-edge applications that match innovation with utility, creating a great following of loyal clients. Lead salesman Ian Kinsley has recently received an inquiry from EasyTax.com. Marketing director Kim Jones, who is interested in launching an advertising campaign on Alpha's latest banking app. Was this email the correct first contact by EasyTax? David also says, in the meantime, if you have any inquiries, feel free to email me. Ooh, great. Look forward to hearing from you. Regards, kind regards, best regard. Sincerely, is always a safe bet. Sincerely, David Pierce. Sincerely, marketing director, David Pierce. Sure. Good. So, was it correct, the correct thing to do to email first? I think so. I think it's correct because you don't want to call Mr. Ian Kinsley in case he's a very busy man. So I think an email is a safe way to reach out to someone for the first contact, which is what we said at the beginning of the lesson. And what do you think, David? Do you think this was correct? I think so. While we are waiting for David to respond, if he thinks this was correct of Kim Jones. Okay, fine. Me and David differ on opinion here. I think that first contact here could have been a phone call. It could have. If she has information, of course, a contact would have been nice. But if she didn't, then of course, email. I like email. I think I like email personally because I don't like phone calls in general. Even when I worked in an office, if it could be an email, it needs to be an email. I don't like when phone calls could have been an email. Thank you. All right. No? Okay. If the person is busy, a note can be left, then a follow-up email. Yes, if you call someone, you can say, I tried calling you earlier, and then you can send an email. I always worry sometimes, but that sounds kind of desperate. But I don't know. I guess it depends on the personality and the type of email or phone call you leave, message you leave. If they have a secretary, then of course, definitely call. If they don't have a secretary, I don't know. I guess a voicemail, but not many people leave voicemails nowadays. A phone call would help build a relationship and some trust between the businesses. It could, absolutely. It's very possible. I used to get cold calls from businesses when I worked in an office, and I hated it. That was just me, though. I did not like when people called me to tell me their business. I prefer email, but that's my personal preference. Maybe it's a different culture in America than in Europe. Maybe in Europe they prefer phone calls, but in America we prefer emails. Selling a product, I think it's not desperate. A job would be desperate. Yes, a job would be desperate, or business proposal. A job would be desperate. Follow-up emails are always great. Maybe emailing. I like follow-up emails too, and now that I think about it, I don't. I've only ever really called people and sent an email after if I needed something urgent and they didn't answer me. Next, sealing the deal. Ooh, what a great expression, sealing the deal. What does that mean? Cold calls are the worst. That is exactly why I prefer email. I had to do cold calls when I was a headhunter and I hated myself for it. See, this is why I prefer emails. because I get annoyed. I always email first. So you emailed first and then you call. That's okay. But if you call right off the bat, I personally did not enjoy it because I'm not very good at being mean on phone calls and saying no. So, but it's a lot easier for me to reject people through email. That's why I prefer email. Okay. My question. What does sealing the deal mean, David? What does sealing the deal mean? Sealing the deal. What a great expression. Sealing the deal. Yeah, closing the deal. We're finalizing everything, right? We're sitting there, we're closing, we're finalizing everything. Great. Good. So find the expressions in the text. I'm going to read the email first. Dear Mrs. Jones, thank you so much for your inquiry and for providing information on your company. As you may already know, Alpha Microsystems is one of the largest online app developers in the world. We have a vast network of advertisers, and we offer competitive rates given that our primary source of income comes from advertising. I would love to discuss things in greater detail. Monday, the 27th of April sounds great. Shall we say at 11 a.m. local time? Until then, I am attaching our company presentation to give you a better idea of what we represent. Looking forward to our call. In the meantime, please don't hesitate to contact me. Best regards, Ian Kinsley. Kinsley. Great. So in the text, Alpha Micro is, if you remember from our previous, is a cutting edge application that makes match innovation with utility, creating a local following. Where do they make apps? So they make apps. It's an app company. They make apps. Great. So, oh, yes, that's your answer to introducing yourself or the company. You're not asking me what it is. Yes, I understand now. Oops. Yes. But no. As you may already know, is what they say. As you may already know. Great. We have a vast network of advertisers and we offer, yes, I got it right. So we're introducing ourselves in the company, as you may already know, which Kim Jones does know who Alpha Microsystem is. I'm sure she has done her research. Next. Find the expressions in the text for polite contact. Sometimes it's hard to understand what people are saying through chat, David. Okay, polite contact. Polite contact. Polite contact. So, I would love to discuss things in greater detail. You speak British. I would love to discuss. There you go. You got it. I would love to discuss in greater detail. And please don't hesitate. Looking forward to her. I feel like you're yelling at me, David, with your all caps. Looking forward to our call. And please don't hesitate to contact me. Nope, Monday, April 27th sounds great. Shall we say, this whole paragraph, I think, is polite contact. Well, I think please don't hesitate to contact me is also for polite contact, but I guess it's also a closing structure as well. You know what? Looking forward to our, yeah, in the meantime. Okay. So that was informational for all of us here. So the polite contact was pretty much this paragraph. The first two sentences of this paragraph, and our closing structure is pretty much this last line here. Good to know. You know what? I have slight disagreements with the answers for these categories for these sentences. But as long as you understand what they mean and when to use them, then that is what really matters. Great. Agree to disagree, which is another great saying to use. Initiating contact. I'd love to discuss. I'm writing on behalf of, looking forward to, thank you so much. Shall we say, in the meantime, please let me know if. easytax.com for your inquiry at 11 a.m. local time. Hearing from you, don't hesitate to contact me. You'd be free for a call, a collaboration in further detail. So we have split these sentences in half, and we're just going to match them together. So let's get started. I'd love to discuss. Let's see. This is, what would you want to talk about? I would love to discuss. Come on, David, we can do this. I'd love to discuss. No? Okay. Maybe there's a delay. I'd love to discuss a collaboration in further detail. Good. Got it right. You never know with this. Sometimes I think I'm right, but they say I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. David says, I, like you, disagree with a lot of this. The language is great, but they're not accurately categorized. Yes, they are not. I'm going to write an email to Peter. I don't know. I'm writing, or maybe you'll see this and you will hear my disagreement about this. Looking forward to hearing from you. Yes, I'm writing on behalf of. David, you skipped one. It's okay. I'll do it for you. I'm writing on behalf of easytax.com. Looking forward to hearing from you. Yep. Thank you so much for your inquiry. Shall we say at 11 a.m. local time? Remember, shall we is a great suggestion phrase, and it's always followed by bare infinitive. In the meantime, please. David. There is a delay. I didn't skip. This chat is bad. Yes, the delay is quite terrible. Good. In the meantime, please don't hesitate to contact me, and please let me know if you'd be free for a call. Wonderful. We did it. Did you skip it? Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't see it in the chat. That's the chat's fault. StreamYard. Think about the last time you wrote an email to a new contact. Do any of these expressions apply? But I need to say contractions are often informal and wouldn't put them in the first person. You wouldn't put them in first contact email. Yes, that is true. Contractions are usually informal. And if you want to be very formal, then you should write without them. So I am writing, or I would love to discuss, so we would take those out. But I guess it depends on the company if they're like really laid back or what you're writing about. I don't know. But yes, if you ever do an English exam like Cambridge or IELTS and you have to write a formal in the writing section and you have to write formally, I would tell you that using contractions is the big no-no. Yes. Okay. Me and David agree. So think about the last time you wrote an email to a new contact. I actually wrote an email inquiring information about 3 weeks ago, I believe. And I said, half of these sentences. I said, please let me know if you have any questions. I often use number 5 and 7. Okay, I have to count. Shall we? Really? 7. Please let me know, and looking forward to. I actually use looking forward to finish my emails a lot. I hope this email finds you well. Yes, it's also a really great one. Okay. And I also say thank you so much. I just stop at thank you so much when they give me what I want. And I'm writing to. Yes, I'm writing to, or I'm writing very similar to I love to discuss. Okay, I want to ask the question, would you mind giving me more information about a particular subject? I also do that as well. And I always write sincerely. I like sincerely. Kind regards, best regards. Or if I always write good morning or good afternoon too, because I think it's nice to open an email. If I say like dear, then I think it's very like old school. I don't really like it. So it says good morning. Hope this email finds you well. Yes, we are, David. All right, David. Which one do you want to do? I want to do IT. Medical? Hospitality? Let's do hospitality. All right. Case study. I didn't think I would get this far, to be honest. Shelby Retreats is a series of boutique hotels started by Judith and Ray Shelby. In addition to their first location in Mallorca, they are opening up a new hotel. Opening up a new hotel in Kenya and Port Antonio, Jamaica. They offer a cooking course for their guests and use local celebrity chefs in their hotels. Judith would like to cooperate with the owners of a relaxing spa in Port Antonio. Write an email to owner Zidane Williams and suggest a meeting. What kind of package could you offer? Also, yes. Also, if you don't know who you are writing to, we can say FAO, for the attention of. Is that British? Because I've never used that before. I would say to whom this may concern, but some people think that's bad. But I think it's a perfectly appropriate introduction to whom. Please don't ask me what whom means. To whom it may concern. I guess would be the American equivalent of for the attention of. Shall we get Gordon Ramsay or Mary Berry? Is Mary Berry the lady from the Great British Bake Off? I'm not sure. Good. So we offer a cooking course for the guests and use local chefs. I don't think Gordon Ramsay is local in Jamaica. But that'd be great. Judith Shelby would like to cooperate with the owners of a relaxing spa in Port Antonio. So we have to write an email to Zidane Williams, who is the owner of a relaxing spa, because we want to cooperate or collaborate, I think would be a better word. Because whom sounds fancier, and I don't make the rules in English, unfortunately. Mary is Britain's grandma. That must be nice. I love To Whom It May Concern. I think To Whom It May Concern is great, especially if you don't know. It can concern many people. We don't know. So let's start our email to Zidane. When I think of Zidane, I think of the French football player who headbutted the Italian player, but I'm pretty sure he deserved it. Anyway, continuing. So we need to write to Zidane. So hello, or good morning, or to whom, no, we can't say to whom. So dear Zidane, I am writing on behalf of, or since you are the owner, say as owner of Shelby Retreats nearby. Hey Zidane, wanna collab in my hotel? We're gonna get some cool cooks. So David has demonstrated an inappropriate way to start a professional email. Wanna is not a word that is correct English. Wanna is slang informal for want to, but we shouldn't start a sentence with want to because we need the auxiliary or modal. So would you like to collaborate? Or do you want to collaborate? But would you like, of course, is the more formal way to do that. David has also, I would also not recommend writing in caps in your email, which David is apparently a fan of, which is fine with your friends. Call you in a bit, mate. Mate is also a very British term. Mate is, in American, is not something we use to call a friend. We use friend or pal, like a pen pal. A mate in American English, we would immediately think of a romantic partner. A mate. Right? Good. So we can start with, dear Zidane, as you know, as you may already know, we have opened a boutique hotel nearby, and as as owner of Shelby Retreats, I am looking to expand. We want to collaborate with your amazing spa. I am super professional. Damn, bro. Dude, David is demonstrating all the wrong things to say in email. But it's good to know where we don't want to go so we know where we need to go. These are all slang. Fam is short for family, but we can say friends. And then I'd love to discuss creating a package, a relaxing package with your spa for our guests here. And then I would give more information. David has informed me of the time. Thank you, David. But before we go, we can finish it. So in the meantime, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact Judith or Ray, if you're Ray, about any questions you may have. Looking forward to your response. Sincerely, or kind regards, Ray. Did it. Good job, guys. We did it together. Now you are prepared to write a first contact email. And remember to not use any of the words David put in the chat towards the end, but the ones he said in the beginning were perfectly acceptable. Have a nice weekend and goodbye, everyone. David. Bye, David.